So I wanted to do a video because I was getting upset. I was watching some woman saying how there's no tradesmen. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of things. Like politically, people drive me nuts because it's like it's. There was a monk who told me. I think it was Ajahn Brahm, not me, but I was listening. Um, and I think he was complaining. He was listening because they have to listen to people complain as part of their job. Um, and he was saying like a husband was complaining about his wife, and the answer was so obvious to him, but it was brutal. Right? So it's like, yeah, but if you weren't so terrible, you wouldn't have to put up with your terrible wife or something like that. But because, like, the answer is obvious to him, it's so mean, but it's not mean. It's just, that wasn't necessarily it. I might be mixing up two stories, but it was something along those lines. The answer is obvious, but it's often brutal, and I think that's often the truth. So when I hear this stuff, I'm like, yeah, I know the answer. So it's like power. What is money? Money is the power to influence the world around you. Um, what is what are other mechanisms to influence the world around you? Well, linguistics. That's a favorite of civilized man. The manipulation of vibrations in the air to control the minds of people around you. It's awesome. It's a cool tool. It's something we take for granted. Mind control through linguistics. I mean, that's what conversation is. You're painting a picture in someone's mind, or you're trying to. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed. Sometimes they have a picture in their mind before you even get started, and you're just throwing paint on a wall, you know? But other times you can, from start to finish of a sentence, create a mental formation in another being's mind, accurate to a mental formation that's in your mind, uh, through vibrations in the air. And it's cool. That's a cool way to influence the world around you. It's a power. Another power is physical power. You know, you can lift things up, you can put things down, you can chase wolves away. You have power. A gun, a tool, a way to exterminate life around you. Um, that's a power. Visual deterrence. That's a power. The show of force. So when you start to lose power, what are you losing? You're losing the ability to influence the world around you. So money is just one aspect of that. But as that power is taken away from you, your ability to attract a mate is taken away from you, right? So this is one of the mechanisms of slavery, and it might be the most nefarious. Um, yeah, it's 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 not right, but it's done covertly. So there's gun control, there's economic redistribution. So now instead of taking away your money, they're relatively devaluing your ability to influence the world around you by arbitrarily increasing your competitors. That's what money is. Is you know they don't take away your ability to use linguistics, unless you're me, um, and they don't take away your ability to terminate life, unless you're me, and so most people have that power, which is a significant power, which will attract a mate, because like it or not, part of reproduction is securing the survival of your offspring. And the only way to to secure the survival of your offspring is to have some control of the world around you. If you don't, your competitor's offspring will have that advantage over yours, right? So that's why women like power. It's mechanical. It's instinctual. I'm not saying that love doesn't exist. I'm saying you won't even get the chance. You know, it's like seeing somebody with a birth defect. It's not that you could never love that person and you're a terrible person. It's that instinctually you would have a tough time wanting to reproduce with them, right? So it's not cruel, but not having power in society does disenfranchise you from romantic love. It does. It's a terrible thing to do to people. Um, as government employees, they should be castrated for even trying. Because it's obvious what they're doing. It's obvious. Anyway, if any government employees want to become apprentices, I'd be happy to tell them what to do for 4 years and get them a real job and solve this blue collar crisis and also the pension crisis because we don't get one.